our writing lesson today, in our English lesson, we're going to be looking at the story The Hideout by Robert Mackenzie. Now, I'm going to read it to you and then I'm going to explain your task later on, okay? So, The Hideout by Robert Mackenzie. You're going to chicken out. Mila shot her big brother a venomous look. I'm not going to chicken out. Yeah, then what's the hold up? She surveyed the garden, a thick jungle of grass and thorns, and wished she was back in her old house, back home. A dare's a dare, Mila. Either you go inside the haunted shed or you do my chores for a week. I know. I'm going. Mila buttoned her mac and set off all alone. Her heart raced as she pushed between wet stalks of grass. Along the way she discovered a small pond, some giant rhubarb and an empty bird's nest. Then, at last, she entered the deep shade beneath the chestnut trees, kicked away a wall of nettles and stood before the haunted shed. All was silent and still. Gathering her bravery, Mila clutched the handle and opened the creaking door. The workshop was dark and cobwebbed and smelled of damp. Long forgotten pots of paint lay scattered on the filthy floor, and there, in the corner, sat a scruffy boy. He had a book on his lap. Mila blinked. What are you doing? The boy looked up from his book. What's it look like? Shut the door, will you? I'm at a good bit. Mila hesitated. You're not a ghost, are you? He snorted. Course not. Mila folded her arms. You're not supposed to be in here. Who are you? The reading police? Nope. This is my garden. Just moved house. The boy's eyes grew wide. Oh, please don't tell. What are you reading? The Witches? That's a good one. Have you got to the bit with... Don't spoil it. A pause. What's your name? Mila. What's yours? Gabe. How come you aren't reading at home? He shrugged. Too noisy. I used to have a great spot near the river, but Ben Foley and his gang nicked it. Are you going to tell? Mila considered this. Nah. Do you have any more books? Gabe reached down and produced a bulging rucksack. Just a few. Budge up, said Mila. She sat beside him, picked out Peter Pan and began to read. I'd better get back, she offered the book, but Gabe didn't take it. Keep it. Really? Yeah. Hey, would you like to be in my reading club? You have a club? Cool. Who else is in it? Just me, so far. He blushed. It's okay if you don't. When do you want to meet next? She said. He looked surprised and happy. Tomorrow, same time. Deal. Mila hummed happily as she chopped back through the garden. How strange it was that she'd set off on a ghost hunt and instead found a friend. Of course, she'd still tell her brother she'd seen a ghost. He wouldn't have the guts to check for himself. She reached the house, looked back down the garden and smiled. Maybe living here wasn't going to be so bad after all. Okay, now that is the story, The Hideout by Robert Mackenzie. Now your tasks, today you've got two tasks. So first of all, after reading the story, or what I've just read to you, I'd like you to collect any language or phrases or words that may have made a mark on you. So for example, I've highlighted two parts here, okay? So for me, Mila shot her brother with a venomous look. Her brother a venomous look. So venomous look. How do you think she's feeling, okay? So to me, if someone shot me a venomous look, gave me a venomous look, I don't think they'd be very happy, okay? I think they'd be quite annoyed and angry, okay? And shot, so it's quickly, okay? She's staring. So this is actually show not tell. Sorry, she's not staring, it's a quick look. She maybe out the corner of her eye, okay? It's show not tell. It's painting a picture of how Mila's feeling, okay? And also at the bottom down here it says a small pond, some giant rhubarb and an empty bird's nest. Okay, so this is the rule of three, okay? So this is effective because it's explaining what she's seen on her way to the haunted house, okay? Now, I would like you to collect, there should be lots more that would have an effect or a mark on you, okay? So any language, words, okay, or phrases. Then I would like you to answer the questions on the home learning document I've set you, okay? Thank you very much.